Attention, attention, share this video, man. Something bad might be coming here to Brazil. Did you see all the news outlets talking about the Nipah virus, which is over there in India? There are already protocols in place in Asia, and this could get here. If you didn't know, stay in this video until the end. There won't be anything here to interrupt. We're going to keep this video straight, and let's share it as much as possible, guys. Here's the thing. Airports in Asia are strengthening security measures after cases in India. So it's in India, and we know, right, today, with the movement, especially of airplanes, it's very easy for a contaminated person to spread it to other people. So, what's happening in India, and why should we be concerned here in Brazil? Could this cause a new wave of the pandemic? God willing, no, but let's see what's going on here. After the confirmation of new cases of the Nipah virus in India, Asian countries started to strengthen health surveillance measures and control of travelers. The virus has raised an international alert because it's a rare, incurable infection with a high fatality rate. Take note of that. In India, more than 100 people were instructed to undergo quarantine after contact with infected individuals. 5 healthcare professionals have been diagnosed with the virus, and one of the patients is in critical condition. Risk of the virus reaching Brazil. The risk of the Nipah virus reaching Brazilian territory at this moment is considered. Even so, health authorities emphasize the importance of surveillance, especially regarding people who have recently traveled to regions where the disease has been reported. After the confirmation of cases in India, airports in Thailand, Nepal, and Taiwan have reinforced health screening protocols. The measures adopted are similar to those used during the COVID-19 pandemic, with symptom checks and passenger monitoring. Indian authorities state that the situation is under control and are trying to reassure the population. Well, I hope that's really true, right? About the Nipah virus. The Nipah virus was first identified almost 30 years ago during outbreaks recorded in Malaysia and Singapore. At the time, transmission occurred mainly through direct contact with sick pigs or contaminated tissues. Between 2001 and 2008, new cases were also recorded in Bangladesh and India. Currently, there are no specific drugs or vaccines for the treatment of the disease, he noted. There are no specific drugs or vaccines to treat the disease. The virus can be transmitted through contaminated food or by close contact with people. Infection can cause anything from respiratory symptoms to encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain, and can be fatal. According to the World Health Organization, the fatality rate of the Nipah virus ranges from 40% to 75%. Lethality, guys, you have no idea what that means. Lethality is real. To die, it happens really quickly. So when we talk about lethality, it's something really bad, okay? So basically, that's what we have. So here's the thing. What we need to understand from this warning that we're seeing in the news outlets talking about this is the following. Do you remember how it was during COVID-19? It's over there in China, it's far away, the problem is there, we're here, calm and relaxed, and then what happened? The problem was in China, then the problem reached Europe, and blah, 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 blah. In March, how was Brazil? What happened in Brazil in March? God willing, this won't happen again. But we have to stay sharp so we don't go through the hardships we went through. A lot of people died, my father died, man. It's heavy. I'm making this video here, but I'm thinking, man, about COVID, how many people were left without their loved ones? I was left without my father. So that's what's happening there, and if God forbid something happens here, then let's keep an eye on the news maybe. I have a trip and all, man, that's fine, but be careful where you're going. Anyway, because the easiest place to catch this is in airports. Because, I don't know, it's really quick to cross from one continent to another, from one country to another, and the airport is that place. So, even though I don't know much about India, I know it's a very populous country. So for sure, it's easy for people to cross to make a bridge, a layover at the airport there in India, and then at another airport outside of India. On the Asian continent or later, in Europe, then in the Americas, and then we have a whole situation set up. Okay, so the video isn't meant to scare anyone, it's just because, man, it's circulating. So let's already have some content here about this. I'll keep following up. Obviously, if anything develops, if any alert comes up, anything like that, I'll bring more information. I'm going to study this virus to understand what we know about it, so it's already a known virus. There have already been previous cases in that area over there, and we have to understand that in Brazil, we live in a tropical country. And then I don't know how it would behave here because viruses have these issues too. Like it's in one country, but how does it behave in another, right? So all of this could be worse, couldn't it? Anyway, so it's something I'm going to study and bring a more scientific video with more solid information here. If we notice that this alarm that's happening in the media keeps growing, I'll make a more complete video about it. From now on, it's also for us to prepare ourselves as health professionals. If we're going to see patients and I'm going to see patients, what about my own safety? So I'll bring more information. For now, guys, that's what I have. I surprised the team, said Practical Nursing, mentioning a virus case in India and more. Anyway, so I hope it's just an isolated case that they really managed to control and eradicate it, so that it doesn't reach a global scale and affect the whole world, just like what happened back in 2020.